So we're going to have a little bit of fun with this next section here, addressing objections. The basic steps to answering objections. This is one that I'm going to get Dennis to come up here first. And we're actually going to do a little bit of audience interaction on this one. And I think it would be really fun to stump the expert. So you're going to get a chance, if you've got an objection, you're going to get to throw it up at Dennis. Now, please, with Dennis, make it a business objection. He's not completely knowledgeable on the product, so don't throw him a product objection right now. Throw him a business objection, and we're going to see how he handles, see if you can mess him up and see what he does back. But if you've got an objection, be prepared for a battle. So come on up, Dennis, and we'll see if anybody wants to throw an objection at you.
I have been to many MLM training already. Why should I come
To my training.
I've been to many MLM trainings. Why should I come to you?
So why are you so thick? If you've been to so many, why are you making a lot of money?
You need to repeat the question so that we have
So your question was, you've been to so many different MLM trainings before, why should you come to mine? And my answer would be really awful towards you, because I'd say, why are you so bad at this business that you've been to so many and you're still not successful? So maybe you do need mine, because I'm the first guy that'll tell you the truth of what it takes to build a business. Next.
You just want me to get involved so you can make money off my hard work.
Absolutely. No, of course not, right? One of the things you'll love about the Glissandra Commission Plan is the more I help you make money, the more money I make. If I don't help enough people make money in our compensation plan, I actually don't make very much money at all. So no, I would disagree with that. Come on.
Come on, throw out some objections.
These things don't really work when the people are not making money.
You're absolutely right. You are so right. It is so true that only the people at the top make the money. And what you'll be so happy to know is when you join the business, you are at the very top of your own business, and no one can get in the way of that. This is the truth. I know lots of people that joined before me in every single opportunity I've been in, and I've made 10, 100, 1,000 times the money they did. So yes, you're at the top of your own business. No one can get in the way of that. So I'm glad you recognize the power of our business model.
Shy, throw out some objections you've had. You've all had them. Throw out.
I don't have the money.
Oh, yes, I don't have the money. Hey, have you heard of that little company called Starbucks? You ever been there?
Yeah.
Do you think you go there once a week?
Yeah.
And their average coffee is like $5 or something, isn't it? So do you not have the money, or do you choose not to direct the money into something that can earn you more money? And from a tax point of view, you can't not have the money, because the tax return you can earn by being involved in this business is bigger than everything you'll pay into it in the first year. So it sounds like it's more a matter of reallocating the money you have. No, you think about it, seriously.
No, I agree with that 100%.
Yeah.
That's where you choose to spend your money instead of trying
That's
to
right.
spend money to make money.
Seriously, the reality is this. If someone came to you and said, give me $1,000 by noon tomorrow, I'll give you $2,000 back by 6, every single person you talk to would come up with $1,000. So it's never about not having the money. It's about you haven't generated enough value for them to direct the money.
Where do I get my prospects from? I really don't know a lot of people.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And you know what? 10 years ago, that was such a problem, because you'd have to go 3-footing and talk to people you don't know and get all uncomfortable. But in today's world, with LinkedIn and Facebook, we can teach you some simple techniques that if you're willing to put in the time, you can generate an unlimited number of prospects if you're willing to learn the skills you don't have. Because obviously, if you don't have that many contacts right now, it's because you're lacking some skills. And I would throw it back in your face that way, because you're lying to me. I don't know anybody. Bullshit.
Delete.
I was doing so good. You know, and again, you just have to have that. You have to have that attitude, right? You have to have that attitude of most of what people are telling you is total crap. So don't buy into it with them. Let them know that you recognize it. Call them on their part. The no contacts thing is a complete red herring. So don't buy into it, and feel free to be a bit rough on people. If they're going to lie to you, why do you have to be respectful of their lies? Just go back and say, hey, you know what? Calling you on your shit. I don't think you're telling the truth.
I want to sell to my family or friends. Take these businesses because I always have to pester them.
Sounds like you haven't been taught how to do the business properly. Because you shouldn't ever pester your family and friends. You present to them what you have. If they're interested, they're interested. If they're not, they're not. Because if you don't talk to your friends and family first, I will.
I was gonna say, do I really need to speak to my family? Do I really need to speak to my family?
No, but I will. Or he will, or she will, or someone on LinkedIn that's totally random will, and now your family gets excited about something that you were afraid to share with them because you didn't have enough respect of your own family to tell them about it. Doesn't mean you're going to sign them up. Present it to them. Show them what it's about so that when I come by, no, my daughter's in that. My wife's in that. My sister's in that. And they come back to you. If you don't tell them what you're doing, they don't know you're in it, and you're going to come to a Super Saturday one day, and they're going to be in the thing, and they're not going to be with you. Under someone else. Come on, no one's even going to throw the pyramid objection. Come on.
Just say it, G. There are so many MLM companies. Why should I join your company?
Well, because ours is the best.
Why is that?
If I didn't believe that, how can I possibly be sharing it with you? Right? There's lots of MLMs out there. Absolutely. You need to find the one that's right for you. This is the right one for me.
Well, I've been in MLMs before, and I promised myself I would never get involved with MLM again.
Yeah, you might want to quit.
That was just the response that one of my downline got.
And to me, I don't put up with that kind of crap. I honestly don't. I will literally tell you, man, you're absolutely right. You should not be doing this business. If you've been in it many times before and you still haven't become successful, I don't think I can help you. So you might want to be a product user. When you do that, half the time you've just got these people and they're now going to start to fight you for it. So instead of fighting against you on it, now they're going to start taking the stance of, hang on a second. Who are you to tell me that I can't do this business? Well, I'm not telling you. I'm just telling you what you just told me. You told me you can't do this business. I'm telling you that we have a system, we have a company, we have a product. I'm having success. I can help you have success, but only if you're willing to obviously do things differently than you've done until now, because that hasn't worked.
Or just be a happy product user.
Be a happy product user. The takeaway is very, very powerful, and it's the #1 thing people don't do. I don't care if I tick off a prospect. Good, I'm censored version. I really don't.
But it was a relative of somebody, so how would you handle that?
I don't care. I mean, a loser's a loser. I mean, my brother's a loser.
Who's a loser?
My brother's a loser. I'm not going to argue if someone says so.
So that was me, and the follow-up response was then that she didn't want to buy it retail or wholesale because it was too expensive.
Yeah, and if anyone who comes up with the too expensive objection, for me, the too expensive objection means you haven't done your job in creating value, right? Or you're talking to someone that's never bought skincare, because anyone who's bought any reasonable level of skincare knows that this is not an expensive product.
Well,
No.
she did use, not currently, but
Yeah.
whenever in her past.
Yeah. And she still didn't see value in the product? Then you need to figure out why
Yeah,
you're
your
not
next
creating
step.
value in the product.
Next.
Yeah, good to know.
Yeah, no, eventually it comes down to the fact that if you keep getting objection after objection, I just shut it down. Whoa, man, I'm sorry. I was told that you were somebody that was interested in making some extra money and that I was going to help you do that. Apparently I got it wrong. It doesn't seem this business is for you. I don't have time. I don't have the brain energy. I want to deal with fun people that are excited. I start getting that kind of crap over and over and over, man, I just come down. And I come down hard because I want to walk away feeling good about me. And they were trying to make me feel bad about me and my business. So I just go right back at them and tell the truth. Hey, obviously you're a loser. It's okay. You can stay right where you are.
Well,
I'm
we
fine
don't
with
have to
that.
say you lose.
You don't have to, but I would. But then don't forget too.
Okay, you're right, you said you're.
Yeah, but you gotta remember too, I can do it, but I'm not doing it in a way, I don't know why I have this skill, but I have the ability to call someone a loser and then have them shake my hand and thank me for it.
Yeah, I don't
That's right. So, you know, you gotta temper what you do, but don't temper it to where you don't do it, right? Don't temper it to where you don't say no to them first. It's okay to say no to people. That's why you have a list of 300 people, because then there's still 299 more. That's why Craig can teach you how to mine LinkedIn for people you don't even know, and you can start making friends there. There's no excuse in this business to not have more people to talk to.
Okay, all MLMs are scams, and the products are never as good as they say they are.
Absolutely, and that's why we have a 100% money-back guarantee to prove to you that ours are. Right? You can use the stuff up, you can use it, use the whole bottle, empty it, send it back. You don't like it, doesn't work. So obviously this one's not like the scams you've experienced in other places. It just comes down to what do you have, right? And you know the scam, MLM's a scam. Remember, most of the time when people say, is this one of those pyramids? I'm going to handle this, no one's going to ask it. I'm going to handle it. Right? By pyramid, I handle that always the same way. So normally when people ask me if it's a pyramid, they're asking me if it's legal or not. And the difference between an illegal pyramid and a legal network marketing company is a product of value. And we have a product of extreme value and a fair compensation plan. So no, we're not an illegal pyramid, but if you're asking if it's relationship selling, absolutely. That's why I'm so excited about it, and that's why we're talking. If you ever have the posture that you're scared of MLM, why are you scared of it? Right? Not everyone's going to be interested in it. I tell you, go to all of your family and send them a letter saying that you're looking for someone to do their taxes. You need an accountant to do their taxes, and I want you to send a letter to every single family member you have offering to pay $100 for someone to do your taxes. Of your 300 people on your list, how many people qualify to do your taxes? Not very many, so why do you think every single person qualifies to be a network marketer? Why do you think every single person's interested in being a network marketer? It's about the right time, the right place in their life, and those that want to do it will do it, and it's a heck of a lot of fun. But if you're scared or embarrassed or not proud about what you're doing, maybe you should consider quitting too. Because you got to be proud of this, right? It's a great business. I have friends, well, prime example. I was just looking at, this is the mobile app of many years ago. Okay. My recipe card box. And I pulled out, I talked to him in 1998 in July, and then again in September, and then October, and then November, and then 1998 in 1999 in January. I still hadn't signed him up. I did eventually sign him up at the top level in the company 6 or 8 months later. He did become one of my best friends. He was at my hospital when I had heart surgery, drove in from far, far away to come and make sure I was okay. And that was all over a cold market prospect that I got from a fax blast that showed up at his office. And he, like everyone, reservations about MLM. He followed me into 2 other opportunities. He eventually made some money in the industry, and then he left the industry. And he still credits me for why he has success in his normal business life. I didn't do nothing. He says, no, you taught me how to be a better person, you taught me how to be more comfortable, and you taught me how not to put up with so many people's crap. It's really simple. So, I mean, objections are not hard. There's 10 or 15 of them. Learn the answers to them. Say them 10 times. Say them 20 times. They'll become your own. Never be afraid to say no. I sort of have a 3 objection rule. If I'm still getting objections after I've handled 3, I just go for the shutdown. I'm just not interested. I get bored.
I want to think it over, Dan.
Huh?
I want to think it over.
Oh, that's fantastic, right? So you'd like to think it over. We don't really have a whole lot of time to chase you around, so as soon as you've thought it over, if you decide that it's something for you to do, certainly give us a call. What's think it over mean? Right? What answers do you need to make a decision today? I might go that route. Well, hang on, Craig. What is there to think over? Because now I'm just digging for the real objection.
I've been involved in many MLM companies, and I think that the Sandra compensation plan sucks. And I don't think I can make money.
It sounds like you haven't been able to make money in any of them, so I don't know that you're the best judge of compensation plan, but I'd be happy to spend some time and explain the parts you don't understand. I won't put up with that crap. I just won't put up with it. As far as I'm concerned, I'm the CEO of my company. And if you're going to attack my comp plan, you might as well be attacking me personally. I just won't put up with it, especially from someone who's never made money in the industry, because obviously you're not very good at any form of thing. So again, for me, I just don't buy into that. I go back very, very strong. I lose more prospects than most people. I have a hell of a lot more fun in the business than most people, because I don't spend my time dealing with all the negativity. I just push it aside.
Okay, I really like what you're saying, and I like to be part of it. I have a full-time job, and then I'm home at night, I've got a family, I've got a wife.
Oh, fantastic.
How can I fit this?
Man, I gotta tell you, the best part about this business, I understand how you feel, and you know what, I felt exactly the same way. When I first found network marketing, I had a full-time business, I had a young family, I was a small-time entrepreneur, I was working, 20 hours a day, literally. I didn't take Saturdays and Sundays off, I maybe squeezed in a round of golf, and what you're gonna find about this business is it weaves into your daily routine. It's dropping a couple of prospect cards on a couple of cars as you walk to the supermarket with your kids. It's taking 5 minutes at work on your break to do a quick 3-way call with your upline. It can weave into what you're doing, and in fact, it's easier to do when you're very busy, because when you're very busy, you're tripping across all kinds of people, you're out there, you're moving around, everyone knows you're a going concern, so oh my gosh, thank goodness you're that busy.
Good one. Good one.
Well, I can't afford ownership.
Then it sounds to me like nobody's, the only way you can afford auto-ship in this business is if you're not doing the business. Because if you're doing the business, your auto-ship's going to be sold every single month and you're going to have a profit in your pocket. So it sounds like possibly you need to get with your upline because someone hasn't taught you how to do the business properly. You should never have auto-ship as a problem. Auto-ship should be sold or pre-sold. You should be buying way more than auto-ship every month just for your retail customers who never joined you in the business. Auto-ship's not an objection. I mean, it's one bottle. It's barely enough to keep your own stuff going. So if you can't afford it, we better show you how to make more money, right?
Let's go back for this problem that are very specific product. Right?
Yeah,
but
I'll try.
A common one that has happened in the past with me anyways. So I'm going to get involved in this business and I'm going to put a bunch of money in it, I'm going to put a bunch of effort into it, and this is going to fold up and stuff. Never heard of this under before. New company, there's 50 people in it. I don't know what's going to be here next year. I'm not going to pull that effort.
Oh, you don't even know. You don't even want to know what I'd say to you. I honestly, with someone approach me like that, I'd go, whoa, I don't think this is for you. None. Because if he's not seeing already that he's buying product that he resells for a profit, and he doesn't even think the product is any good, I mean, that's just a guy that doesn't matter. I could answer objections for the next 9 hours with a person like that, and it's just not going to go anywhere. So I personally wouldn't get into that. Like, I would just push it aside.
I would add just a little bit to that. It's not a startup company. I mean, we are new marketing here in North America, but we're not a startup company. It's a big difference.
Yeah, you can do that.
You can throw that.
Again, I'd always push the value of the product if it really came down to it. I'd push the value of the product. Look, what do you need? You sign up, you're putting all this money into the product that you can resell and get all your money back and a profit. So I'm not really sure how you lose your money. At most, I'd do that, but it would really depend on the tone and how much the guy rubbed me the wrong way when he said it.
Just sign up for 3 years is free, so you're not owing any money.
Exactly. You got all your money back and then some if you enroll 3 people. So you think we can get together and start doing that, right?
And you can say, once a person, especially young women, get hooked on this, you never want to stop using it.
Well, that's the neat thing. It's a pretty good product as far as repeatability, right? You don't want to go back to the way you looked in your before picture.
Amen.
Say for me, if someone's that far gone, I have a hard time classifying them as a prospect to begin with. I mean, he's not interested in anything about the business and he's full of all of these doubts. What are the chances of bringing him back instead of just going through 25 minutes of objection handling to find out that he wasn't a prospect? I don't know. It would really depend on the tone and the situation. Is that about?
Yeah, the only couple of product ones that we have on page 54